Wake up. Destinies are hinged on the decision that you make after you've heard the word of the Lord. This is a sacrifice that is going to cost you every single day. But the reward is a life of power, a life of authority, a grace to take dominion and to fulfill your destiny. Lukewarm Christianity is the enemy's greatest success. A person that calls himself a Christian yet does not fulfill their destiny. It is believers who know God but refuse to follow him fully that are under the influence of the flesh and the enemy. If you feel broken, if you are immobilized, if you are drowning in warfare, and you can't see your purpose and God's plan for your life, drop the pride. Drop the compromise. Kill casual Christianity. This is not a motivational moment. This is a divine interruption. You clicked play on purpose. God is calling his people back from the noise to necessity, from information to consecration, from church to kingdom. The question I want to ask you is, can you follow it even if it costs you? Choose this day whom ye shall serve. Joshua 24:15. You don't need a new season. You need to make the decision. The challenge that many of us face is that we grow weary and unaware that the enemy has gained access into our lives. He creeps in undetected. And so you might be asking the question, Marcus, why are you talking to me with such passion, such fire? Because the enemy took yours. He took your fire. He grabbed your focus. He has distracted you. You have become more entertained than transformed. And I just came today to interrupt somebody. The tragedy of our generation is not a lack of prophecy. It's not a lack of God's purposes and plans and his word. But it's the permission that we've given to the enemy, the access that we've authorized. Separate yourself from people who are unable to focus. Separate yourself from the busyness, distraction, and noise. Distraction can feel productive, distraction can feel spiritual, and distraction can feel justified. Everything that is good is not God. Everything outside of God's will, even if it feels good, it is iniquity. Even if it works, and even if they pay, and even if the crowd applauds you, it can still be a demonic detour dressed as an opportunity to pull you out of destiny, to drag you out of the purposes and the plans of God. Be very aware of the wiles of the enemy. The kingdom is not vibes. The kingdom is infrastructure. It is dominion. It is the person and the work of Jesus Christ, his death, his burial, his resurrection, his word, his presence. The kingdom is a system of authority, obedience, submission. Heaven's economy does not respond to hustle. It responds to honor. My prayer for you right now is that you will no longer be captivated by the systems, cycles, and paradigms of the enemy. The devil has studied your bloodline. He has tracked your patterns, and he is waiting. He is waiting for you to walk in agreement with him to fulfill his plans and his purposes for your life. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. It is the Spirit of the living God whose will we are to execute in the earth. In the realm of the Spirit, the enemy is looking for vessels to execute his will in the earth. And his plan from the very beginning in the Garden of Eden is to kill the contract, to destroy the covenant. But we have been redeemed by the blood of Jesus Christ. And so the enemy's plans, his paradigms, his cycles, his systems, they end with you. Every demonic infrastructure collapses when I make the decision to follow Jesus. Somebody drop it in the comments. I have decided to follow Jesus. My steps are ordered by God. Psalm 37:23. God gave you authority. God gave you an anointing. God gave you dominion. I refuse to believe that I've been buried alive. I don't care how many bills I have. I don't care of the obligations, the circumstances, who's with me, who's for me, who's against me, who's lying on me. I just refuse to quit. Here's what I need you to do. Every thought of suicide, every thought of abortion, every thought of quitting, every thought of throwing in the towel and aborting your mission, cast it down. Drop it in the comments. Cast it down. I don't know who's hurt you, left you, abused you, used you, but there is a seed of strength that lies dormant within you, awaiting for the moment to break forth. If you're like me, you know what it's like to be buried in adversity, hardship, to encounter strife and battle and darkness and valley and defeat and loss and lack and seasons when you would prefer overflow, but you're walking in not enough. When a seed dies, germination takes place. This is when new life begins. There's a reason why we say, only up from here. Some of you listening to me have gotten as close to death as you can get. Still alive for a reason. What if I told you that everything that you have been through was for this hour? That you were born for the time you were needed most?
Romans 13:11. Awaken out of your sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we first believe. Waking up isn't just about duty. It's about desire to behold Him in the beauty of His holiness, that our life might echo one message: that Jesus Christ died, He rose, and He's coming back again.